Lord's Cricket Ground is a name that every cricket fan knows and respects. It's often called the home of cricket, and for good reason. Its story begins a very long time ago with a man named Thomas Lord. He was a professional cricketer and, well, a clever businessman. He saw that London needed a proper place for the growing sport of cricket. So in 1787 he established his first cricket ground. This was not the Lord's we see today, but the first step in a long and important journey. It was a simple field, but it was the beginning of something truly special in the world of sport. Cricket in the late 18th century was becoming very popular among the English aristocracy. They wanted a private place to play and watch matches away from the busy city. Thomas Lord's ground provided just that. However, the City of London was expanding quickly. Soon, the land where his first ground stood was needed for new buildings. This meant Thomas Lord had to find a new location. He moved his ground for the first time in 1809, but this second site also faced challenges from urban development. It was this constant pressure that would eventually lead to the ground finding its permanent and iconic home. The final move came in 1814. Thomas Lord took his turf, quite literally rolling it up and moving it to a new plot of land in a quieter part of London called St. John's Wood. This is the location where Lord's Cricket Ground stands today, a place that has witnessed over 2 centuries of cricket history. It was a wise move, securing a future for the ground that would see it become the most famous cricket venue in the world. The journey was complete, and the stage was set for Lord's to grow into the legendary institution we know it as today, a place steeped in tradition and sporting excellence. This new ground in St. John's Wood became the permanent home of cricket. It was here that the traditions we associate with the sport began to take firm root. The ground itself grew from a simple playing field into a complex of stands and iconic buildings. It was no longer just a pitch for a game, it was becoming a cathedral for cricket. The decision by Thomas Lord to settle in this specific location ensured that his name and his ground would be forever linked with the history and the very soul of the game, a legacy that has endured for more than 200 years. You cannot talk about Lord's without talking about the Marylebone Cricket Club, or the MCC. The club was founded in 1787, the same year Thomas Lord opened his first ground. The MCC quickly became the most important authority in the sport. They were the ones who created the first official laws of cricket in 1788. This was a huge step for the game, as it meant that everyone, everywhere, could play by the same set of rules. The MCC made cricket a structured and fair sport. Their headquarters have always been at Lord's, and the club actually owns the ground today. The influence of the MCC is immense. For many years, they were the governing body for cricket, not just in England, but across the whole world. They were responsible for organising England's international tours and making decisions about how the game was played at the highest level. Even though the International Cricket Council, or ICC, now governs the global game, the MCC remains the guardian of the laws of cricket. Any changes to the rules, from the size of the bat to the use of technology, must still be approved by them. This shows the deep respect the cricketing world has for the club. Being a member of the MCC is considered a great honour. The waiting list to join is famously long, sometimes taking decades. Members are instantly recognisable by their distinctive red and yellow striped ties and blazers, often referred to as egg and bacon colours. They have access to the famous Pavilion at Lord's, one of the best places to watch cricket from. The club's role is not just about rules and tradition, it's also about promoting the spirit of the game. They believe in playing cricket hard but fair, a principle that is admired all over the globe. The relationship between Lord's and the MCC is what makes the ground so unique. It is not just a stadium, it is the home of the club that has shaped the game we love. The MCC ensures that the traditions of cricket are preserved, while also allowing the sport to evolve with the times. They run coaching programs and send teams to play around the world, spreading their love for the game. Lord's is the physical heart of cricket, and the MCC is its soul, working together to protect the past and secure the future of this wonderful sport. Lord's has been the stage for some of the most famous matches in the history of cricket. The ground hosted its first Test match in 1884, when England played against Australia. This was the beginning of a long tradition of hosting the biggest games. Playing a test match at Lord's is the dream of every cricketer. It's the ultimate test of skill and nerve played on the most hallowed turf in the sport. The atmosphere during a test match is electric, with thousands of fans watching every ball, knowing they're part of a historic occasion that connects them to the game's past. The ground has also hosted some of cricket's biggest one-day events. Lord's has seen more Cricket World Cup finals than any other venue. The first final was held here in 1975 when the West Indies team, led by Clive Lloyd, lifted the trophy. They won it here again in 1979, but perhaps the most legendary final took place in 1983. The Indian team, considered the underdogs, faced the mighty West Indies. In a stunning upset, India won the match, a moment that changed the face of cricket forever and sparked a passion for the game across the entire nation of India. Beyond World Cups, countless other matches have created lasting memories. In 2019, Lord's hosted what many call the greatest cricket match ever played, the World Cup final between England and New Zealand. The match ended in a tie, and even the super over was tied. England was declared the winner on a boundary countback rule. The drama and tension were unbelievable. It was a fittingly epic final for the home of cricket, a game that will be talked about for generations to come, showcasing the incredible excitement that the sport can produce on its grandest stage. These events are what make Lord's so much more than just a cricket ground. It is a place where history is made. Every player who steps onto the field is aware of the legends who have played there before them. Every fan in the stands feels connected to the great moments of the past. From the first test match to thrilling modern finals, the echoes of these great contests are what give Lord's its unique and magical atmosphere. It's a venue where dreams are realised and heroes are born, cementing its status as the most iconic ground in cricket. When you visit Lord's, you see that it's not just about the cricket pitch. The ground is filled with famous landmarks. The most iconic is the Victorian Pavilion, a beautiful red brick building that stands behind the bowler's arm at one end. It was built in 1890 and is reserved for MCC members. Inside the pavilion is the legendary Long Room, a grand hall that players walk through on their way to the field. Its walls are covered with priceless paintings of famous cricketers from different eras, making it a living museum of the sport's history. Walking through it is like walking through time. Another famous feature is the honours boards. These are wooden boards located in the home and away dressing rooms inside the pavilion. A batsman who scores a century, that's 100 runs, or a bowler who takes 5 wickets in an innings in a test match gets their name written on these boards. This is a huge honour, and getting your name up on the board is a career-defining moment for any player. It is a permanent record of a great performance at the home of cricket, a way of ensuring that individual brilliance is remembered forever at this historic venue. In contrast to the old pavilion, you will find the ultra-modern JP Morgan Media Centre. It looks a bit like a spaceship and was built in 1999. This building shows that Lord's is not stuck in the past. It embraces the future too. It provides journalists and broadcasters from around the world with the best facilities to report on the game. Its futuristic design, sitting opposite the historic pavilion, perfectly captures the spirit of Lord's, a place that respects tradition while also moving forward with the times, balancing the old with the new in a way no other ground can. Finally, you cannot forget the famous Lord's Slope. The playing surface is not perfectly flat. It slopes down about 2.5 meters from the northwest side to the southeast side. This slight slope can affect the way the ball bounces and moves, challenging both batsmen and bowlers in unique ways. It's one of the quirky features that makes playing at Lord's a special test. All these elements, the pavilion, the long room, the honours boards, the media centre and the slope, come together to create a place that is truly special. Lord's is loved because it is the heart of cricket, a place full of history, character and an undying passion for the game.